Hi, I'm Sue McKinney. I'm Head of Marketing for Chandlers Building Supplies. But I was brought in 3 years ago to take the company to the next level, and part of that process was looking at the design, branding and identity. The way it was communicated was looking a bit tired and a bit dated, and it needed a refresh. And that was probably the biggest challenge that I faced when I actually joined the company. How do we make ourselves different? How do we stand out from the competition? Why should you come and use Chandlers and be loyal to Chandlers? So I felt very strongly it was about our people and the knowledge that they had, the number of years they've been with the company, their personalities, the banter you get when you come to the trade counter. We've thought quite creatively about that and had some quite fun ideas, and taken it from perhaps where the logo was just put on top of stuff, and that became the Chandlers t-shirt or the Chandlers mug, and actually now we have some great fun things that we've worked on with Silverback, and I think the staff now look forward to actually saying, oh, what's the next t-shirt going to be, and oh, have you got any more of those hats or mugs or whatever it might be, because there's actually a little bit of excitement about things rather than just, oh yeah, it's got the Chandlers name on it, and that's our point of difference, I guess. And that's also come across in the work that we've done visually, such as leaflets and on the website. We've spent quite a bit of time and effort on photography because we want people to be part of our brand. And so we've always used genuine people, genuine members of staff in all our visual marketing, no actresses or actors or etc. And I think it comes across as genuine, and that's very much the work that we've been doing, and I think has changed the way the brand's perceived. We have a challenge within the business in that each branch is different sizes, different shapes, different locations, and we wanted to pull that together into a sort of cohesive look so that when you went to a Chandlers, you knew you were at a Chandlers, and I think historically you could have sort of stood in a shop and perhaps not known which builder's merchant you were in. So we've done a lot of work with the signage and wayfinding, and taken it from a very literal point of view, as historically everything said Chandlers Building Supplies, to actually introduce iconography for the different categories within the business. So we have a much more flexibility about how we communicate what we sell and what we do, and that flexibility has enabled each branch at each different sort of shape and size to be able to be more cohesive, and it's not just trying to fit one fixed size logo and sort of stamping it on everything. I think we have a much more flexible brand, and on the back of that have developed brand guidelines, which is something that we didn't have before, and that has made it so much easier to say to people, these are our guidelines, if you want to work with us, this is our font, these are our colours, and it's just so helpful to people, and that's one of the reasons I think historically we had lots of different logos, lots of different ways people signed off the emails, because we weren't actually issuing them with any guidelines of how to do it. So I think giving us that structure has been quite important. We have that light, humorous touch in social media, and the images are very similar to the experience online, should be very similar to what you get in the branch. So it's not all about offer. It is about that personal, your relationship with whoever you know in the branch, and that personal feeling. And I think the work we've done with Silverback has been very helpful in that. And we invited a number of agencies in to pitch for the business, and immediately I felt that Silverback understood what we were about and what we were trying to achieve. I think back then there was perhaps a bit of vagueness from ourselves as to where we were going with that journey and how it was going to translate and how it was going to roll out, because I was new to the company. And I think Silverback have accompanied us on that journey, and that's been really important, that we worked together, and what started off as quite a tiny project has just grown and grown it's like having an extension to the team, really, who understands what you're about, comes up with ideas and works with you on what you're trying to achieve. So it's been important, I think, to the success that it's been a partnership and a working together, and that's the way Chandlers work with our other suppliers, and I think that sort of cultural fit has been really important. I would recommend anybody who's looking at their agency or thinking of changing, just to have a chat with Silverback and pick their brains and see what you think. I think a like any relationship, it has to work for you. They're the perfect fit for us, and I do think it's well worthwhile anybody having a chat with them, because they really do try and get on board with the brand and understand what it's all about and what your customers are about. And for us, that was really important.